Roland Orsack for Shoppers and John Deere.
And I'm Jennifer Farrell.
Do you know that John Deere and Busch Light have come out with a limited edition beer?
Now, it's still pretty hard to find here on the Texas Gulf Coast, but we managed to get our hands on 2 cases.
You know what that means? It's party time.
Oh no, Roland. The big boss said this beer is not for drinking.
Look, what do you do with it?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, we asked you guys on Facebook and Instagram, what are your best recipes using beer as an ingredient? So we're gonna cook your top 3 recommendations in no particular order. Ready?
Let's cook! We're going to start off making beer battered fish as suggested by Randy on our Instagram account. Get a mixing bowl and crack 1 egg. Add 1 cup of flour, 3/4 cup of John Deere Busch Light beer, 1 tablespoon of paprika and 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. Dredge your fish in this mixture. We use catfish because we're from Texas and we eat catfish. Heat your oil in a pan to 350 degrees. Carefully drop your fish into the hot oil. Fry to crisp on one side, then flip and cook on the other side. Once done, put the fish on a drying rack to allow the oil to drip and your fish to stay crisp. The key is to make sure your oil stays around 350 degrees so your fish does not get oily. Now it's Jennifer's turn to cook.
I have a very easy recipe for beer battered brats. Cindy in our East Bernard store gave us this idea. Take 1 Texas sweet onion, cut it into slices and separate. Add 1 can of Busch Light John Deere beer to your pan or pot. I'm using an electric skillet. Take your brats and place them in the mixture. Boil your brats on one side for 10 minutes and then turn over to cook the other side. Once they've boiled for about 20 total minutes, remove and take to a hot grill. Put your brats on the grill for about 5 minutes aside to get those good-looking score marks. Then remove and place in a fresh bun with condiments of your choice. Use the onions as well. What you got next, Roland?
Well, let's do something pretty simple. Beer can chicken. Open the can of John Deere Busch Light beer and place in the beer holder. Place your whole chicken over the beer can. Make sure to clean out the cavity of the chicken first. Then season the outside of the chicken. Start with rubbing down the outside with some oil. We used olive oil. Then add salt, pepper, thyme, garlic, and take to the pit. We put the chicken in a smoker for about 1 hour and 15 minutes at about 360 degrees. Pull it off and let it set for about 10 minutes before you start to cut it up. Beer can chicken is pretty easy to make. Whew, the work is done, the cooking's over. It's time to hang out next to the pool and actually have some of this John Deere beer the way it's meant to be had. My buddy Stone Cold Steve Austin taught me how this works. So you take these things and you kind of open them up and you say, because Roland O said so! And that's the bottom line!